Can the phone number with 8500 introduce themselves? Let me know what unit you're from. Can you hear me? Randy, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, the phone number for 832-647-8500. Can you identify yourself, please? Do y'all know that phone number? No.
First off, I have to, well, they're not muted. What is the?
Yeah, they're allowed to unmute themselves. You can unmute. We can't hear you.
Yeah, we need to warn them 3 times if they don't identify themselves. We have to put them in the waiting room.
Do y'all know that number?
This is for owners, it's not for renters.
647-8500.
Well, somebody can call that number. Or if they can't.
Oh, it's Betty. Betty, you can unmute yourself, or
I mean, if we know who it is, it's okay.
okay. So, can you see my screen? The agenda, Randy?
Yeah, it's
Okay. Okay. So we have we can call the open session call to order at 7:06. We have a
scroll down because all we can see is Roman numeral 1 and 2. We can't see what's going on.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We can we have a quorum present of 5 members: Germani, Alex, Elia, Graciela, and Porfirio. So we met quorum. Directors, can I have a motion to adopt the agenda? Germani, Porfirio, unanimous. Okay, we'll mark that as unanimous. Rules of the meeting. Owners, we ask you to hold your questions until the open forum. Okay. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from June 24th. And I will put them on the screen. Directors, please review and then let me know if you have any edits.
Well, they've seen these ahead of time on email, right, Krista?
Yes. You know, you have a motion to accept the minutes. Do we have a motion? Alex motion, second. Elia, all in favor? Okay, we'll mark that as unanimous. Let me get back to the agenda. Give me one moment. Ratification since the last board meeting. Do we have ratifications, like anything voted on between meetings? No?
No.
Okay. The financial report for September. I'm gonna put that on the screen. Okay. So for September, the end of September, in your checking account, the balance is $21,941. In your reserves account, $56,654. You can see that this number, 56,654, matches the above amount. And bear with me, it's a little hard to scroll up and down on this computer. Oh, okay. So this is the income statement for the month of September. For the month of September, the association brought in $50,340, which was over collected by 2,280. For the expenses administrative, 3,987 was spent. We were under budget for the month of $1,000 and 1,033. For the year, we are over 22,193. You can see it's from the audit and legal fees. Those are the two highest amounts. Utilities for the month of September, we spent, the association spent 23,852. We were over for the month by 3,540. And year to date, we were under $3,091. Electricity was over, sewer and water, and the telephone line. The next contracts for the month of September, 6,396 was spent, which was over budget, 556 for the month. And for the year, we are over budget by 4,153. Maintenance for the month of September, the association spent $8,714. We were under budget for the month, 3,575. Over for the year, 13,091. Insurance for the month was $494. Under budget by 405. And over by the year with 3,239. Taxes and other fees was $0 for the month. Total expenses for the month of September, the association spent $4,731. For the month, we were under budget by $1,028. For the year, we are over budget by $44,587. You can see positive cash flow of $3,309 for the month, and the year 2,732. Directors, do you have any questions? Did I reverse something?
No, it's okay.
Do we have a motion to accept the September financial? Do you have any questions? Alex, Jamani, all in favor?
May I ask? Wait. May I ask a question?
The questions are gonna be held until the,
Do we have a bank account at Chase? Do we have any money left in our Chase checking account?
those questions will be answered at the end of open forum. And yes, as you can see right here, there is a Chase account.
I can't see anything. I'm on the phone. I could not figure out how to get into your Zoom room.
Okay,
Please.
I'm gonna post the financials on Front Step, September financials. August should be there. You'll be able to see the bank accounts on that. Okay, so, any other questions, please hold it until open forum. Alrighty, so we have, Alex and Graciela, and it was unanimously approved to accept the September 30th financials. The next item on the agenda for unfinished business, pedestrian access gate, that's on hold. The clickers and remotes are also on hold until the pedestrian gates are fixed. Pool updates, it's open daily from 8 to 10. Pool keys are available for the owners to purchase for $25 here at Randall Management, and we only accept check or money order. Line item D, front steps. Any owners that are not registered and you want to register, you can send us notification. This is where you get your notice for the meetings, your crime alerts, financials, just any other type of communication or information on your community. Any questions? No? Okay. E is pond updates. The board is actively working with the maintenance guy to clean the pond. But it is very muddy, I guess, full of mud, so it is taking some time, but the turtles and the fishes are okay. Line item F, clubhouse updates. The board is working on making repairs and getting permits to get everything up to date for the clubhouse. New business is the 2026 budget. I will let Randy go over that. Randy, you're muted. Randy, would you like to go over the no increase or the 5% increase? Randy, you're muted.
Just put the one up with no increase, and then I'll show them where the areas of concern are.
Okay. So this is the 2026 budget with no increase.
Okay, well so it's the same way we always set up the budget. It's the same line items we have on our financial reports, and the numbers on the far right are the numbers through July 31st, coming directly off the financial reports. And then I'll just explain the top line of the budget, or the columns rather. So the far left are the names of each account. The next column to the right of that are the general ledger account numbers in our accounting system. And then next is the average monthly, which is the numbers through July divided by 7, and that puts it on a monthly average. The next column is the 2025 budget, and then the column next to that is the difference between the average and the budget to give us a guide of what's going on, and then to give us help us figure out what should go in the 2026 budget. So in this whole budget, we're very conservative on income. We don't put income on every single possible thing that can come in, because it's very difficult to predict how much money we're going to bring in on fines and things like that. However, we are showing this year, we've recovered $1,916 per month on legal fees. So we've gone ahead and gone from zero to, we're putting $1,000 anticipated income on that line item. No other changes on the income. And so let's go down to the next section of administrative expenses. Now, throughout the budget here, and to keep it simple, I don't really need to comment on every line item, because only the line items that are highlighted in yellow or green have a difference. Everything else in the budget is staying the same. So if there's a need to raise the budget, it's in yellow. If we see any savings, we've put it in green. And there's only two green items in the whole budget. The rest of the things either have no change or increases. So I'm going to go over the items that have changes. So let's see, the audit, we had 200 a month in the budget. We're bumping that to 250. Although we did 3 years worth of audits this year, so we did spend $11,520. So a normal 1 year budget is only going to be about $3,000. So we have $250 in the budget for that. Legal, for collections, we only had $800 in the budget. We spent $3,309 a month. I've upped that to $1,500 a month to make that a little more realistic. Postage is, we had some savings there. We had $283 in the budget per month. We only spent $199, so to give us a little slack, I made it $250. I didn't lower it all the way down to $199. When we go to utilities, we have two of the utilities that are higher. The electric bills are now, instead of $11.75 a month, we spent $14.86 a month, so we bumped that to $1,500. And the telephone, we have phones for different sources around the property and we spent an average of $425 a month on phones. And a part of that it may be the maintenance guy or we have another line item for pool phone, but part of this, there's several phone lines around the property, including fax lines, stuff like that. And we're gonna research that further to see if there's any lines that we can discontinue if possible, if we don't need them anymore. Contracts, scroll down a couple more lines. Okay, so you can see there's four out of 6 of the items under contracts are up, and that's not surprising because we're in an inflationary economy. I'll just go from here. Pool phone went from 62 to 71. The landscape contract from 2,000 to 2,363. Well, I rounded it up to 2,400. The mosquito abatement, we're double checking on to make sure we coded the mosquito and the termite stuff correctly, but it's not a major part of our budget anyway. $150 for one, and the termite control is $309. But if we don't really use it much, we may be able to lower that number down because we only spend $45 a month in that category. So if we're not going to use it, we can maybe have $200 or $250 of savings in that category. Trash service is also up from $27.44 to $28.16, and I bumped it to $28.50. It's almost impossible to have an exact budget on the trash because they if there's any extra trash to pick up, they charge us extra for that kind of stuff. Maintenance, let's go down to that section. Somebody was texting on the meeting. I mean, I'm not following text. The questions are going to be in the open forum in a few minutes. So just hold your questions. The building maintenance, under maintenance, we had $1,000 a month in the budget. We spent $1,698, so I bumped that up to $1,500. Budgeting is not an exact science. I mean, we try to be reasonable with things, and just like I'll give you an example. The next line item, electrical, we spent $649 a month for 7 months. It was a tiny budget of $35. I bumped it to $300. I don't think we're going to repeat spending $649 a month, but $35 is obviously too low. And then general maintenance, we bumped that from $1,050 to $1,500. We spent $1,604 per month. So we're not bumping it all the way up to what we've spent in some of these categories. And the lake pond repairs, we spent $929 a month with a budget of $400. So I bumped it kind of halfway in between to like $600. And then landscape replacement and tree trimming, there was $1,200 in the budget. We spent $22.82, but part of that was due to some of the bad storms we had. Hopefully they won't be repeated exactly. So, but we did bump that from $1,200 to $1,500. So you can see the rationale of how we do this stuff. If we don't think it's going to repeat exactly, if we spend a lot of money in one category, it's probably not going to repeat exactly the following year, so we don't bump it all the way up. Maintenance payroll is reduced from $33.95 to $27.50. We spent $24.87 per month, and so I have a little bit of extra in there if there's any need for any increases in the salaries. Pool repairs, but incidentally, I'll just give you an example. On something like that, if we don't spend all of it, it'll just be savings in the bank, or we'll have extra money to put into reserves. I mean, that goes for every line item. If we have savings, we save it and just use it. It stays in the bank. Pool repairs went from $208 to $600 we spent $659 a month. So, and then roof repairs, we spent $1457 a month with a budget of $900. So I bumped that to $1,500. The roofs are not getting any newer, so we got to keep putting more money into that. So the total maintenance section went from $12,290 budget to $14,352 because there's so many line items here that we're spending a lot more money. Keep going down further. We're almost done. None of these other sections have any changes. I left the reserve funding at $3,586. Just go down a couple more lines because we'll see the bottom line. Down further, please. Okay. So with the budget shown here, we would be spending more than we're taking in with this budget of $2,916. So let's just put up on the screen just for illustration, the maximum we could possibly go up if the board chooses to, it's 5%, and I just want you to see what it would look like if we go up 5%. It does take care of the entire deficit. Go to the top line first, and then we'll go to the bottom line. There's only 3 line items different on this whole page, these 2 pages. So the income would go from 48,060 to 50,463, and then keep going all the way down to almost the bottom, or go all the way to the bottom. And the very bottom, the cash flow would then be, it zeroes out. It's not, before we had minus 2,916, now it zeroes out. But in order to zero it out, we had to lower the reserves by $516, because we were funding 3586. So we're only, with this budget, with a 5% increase, we would be able to still save $3,070. So my understanding is the board wants to study the line items over a little more carefully, and they're not prepared to pass the budget tonight, but they're going to continue studying it, and it'll be adopted on or before the annual meeting in November. At a meeting in front of the homeowner. So,
Yes. The next, the 2025 annual meeting is scheduled for November 13th at 7 o'clock. And I sent out a mail out yesterday for any owners that are interested to run on the board. I also posted on Front Steps. So if you're interested, if you're a homeowner, you can send me a text, you can send me an email, or you can give me a call and let me know that you want to run for the board. Y'all have any questions? No?
Yep.
Okay.
I have a question. I need to run.
Give me one moment. Hold on. Now we're gonna go to open forum, and we have to go in order. Who wants to go first?
May I go first? Because I have to go to an event. Sorry.
Francis,
I just want to say thank you.
what?
I just want to say thank you to Alex, because I talked to him several times per week for months to listen out to my grievances, along with the community and everybody that was reaching out to me as far as the towing services that we had, that Ricardo did the contract on. Alex finally listened, and he understood that it was not fair to us homeowners, or the residents period, because this is not like a cheap ghetto apartment. We're all homeowners, even though some people rent. And he finally canceled the contract, so I really appreciate that. I know that he worked with all the board members along with the management company, and thank you for that. Because that was a burden for many of us. I myself was told 3 times unfairly. So just that, and then I also had a general question for the future, because I'm not sure if it's only the bylaws, but when people owe money, or homeowners owe money, is it in the bylaws that it's okay for them to run and be part of the board? Because I feel that that's a good example. I brought that up many years ago as well, probably before you guys, Randall. If it's in the bylaws, and it's not a state law or federal law, then can that be voted where if people owe money, they should not be part of the board, and it should be voted on? And that was just a suggestion that I have. I think aside from that, thank you so much for everything that you guys are doing. I really appreciate all the work that Alex is doing. I know that he puts in a lot of work hours, aside from having his 9-to-5 job. And let me see if I have another question. I think that was it for me. Again, just thank you for canceling the towing service contract. And again, if people owe money, I certainly feel that a board member should not be part of a board. How are you going to be part of a board if you're not following the protocol yourself, and then you want to find other folks? That's it. But thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Randy, do you want to answer the question about if they have a balance, are they able to run on the board?
Board members need to, I wasn't sure, I mean, board members need to be in good standing, and, that's part of the procedure, but we can't discuss any, not only board members, we can't discuss any, person's balances in open, that's private, those are private matters, so, yeah, if a board member gets behind on their assessments, to where they're delinquent, they need to either catch it up or, step off the board.
Or what if they want to run for the board? Are they allowed to run for the board with the balance?
I mean, if they have a very small balance, it's not a big deal, but if they owe $500 or $1,000 or more,
Correct.
they're not allowed to run for the board, no.
Okay, yeah, I agree
So
with
then
that.
we'll just check if you want to run for the board and you give me that information, we will be checking the accounts and we'll notify you if you're allowed or not allowed.
Yeah, I think it's only fair, because if you're holding everybody to the same standard, you know, that would be a good protocol to have. If people have balances, they definitely should not be part of a board. But that's, again, my personal point of view, and that's it. But I
Okay,
thank you,
thank you,
I appreciate
Francis.
you guys. Thank you, I gotta go.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Francis. Good night.
Yeah.
Who else? Who was second next? Or who wants to go
I
next?
have a question. Yeah, this is Elizabeth Jennings, and I just wanted to ask why our Chase Bank account is not included in your totals for September 30th. And also, in the past, we had a property management that took 10% every month and set it aside and put it into the reserve fund. Have we been able to do anything like that this year?
Finish your questions and then we'll answer you.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a twofold question. It's the funding for the reserve, right, which we need to use for capital expenses. And it's also the question of the Chase account that we had. We used to have a very big surplus at Chase, and now we're down to, I don't know what we're at.
Well, did you miss the first part of the meeting where we went and gave the full financial report?
Well, you didn't mention what Chase was.
We
I just
mentioned
heard you say that you had $50,340 for the month of September, which I can't see because you didn't post the Zoom address where I could just click on it and get on there on my computer, so I had to dial in, so I can't see anything that you're presenting. So I'm at a loss for knowledge here, and it should automatically, every month, every time you do the statistics, you should have it on the website, posted for everybody.
Well, Krista
Just
posts these
transparency.
financials on the website after they're approved at the meeting. But furthermore, I'm obviously on this meeting and I can see all the things on the screen, and I just put the code in and pushed BP,
Yeah,
capital BP, and it came right up.
no, I didn't have a link for the Zoom room.
You don't have to have a link, all you have to have is the code. The numbers.
Okay, but I'm saying, okay, all the other Zoom meetings I've ever been in this year, okay, have had a link where you can directly go into the Zoom room and then you can connect with everybody and see everybody. But I wasn't able to do that this time, and I don't know why.
Well, Chris, in the future, make it easier for them, just do the invite thing and just send that whole page to them so they can have it, or they can, well, no, I think the way it has to be emailed directly to you, so if whoever wants it just needs to let Krista know you want it emailed to you, because we can only email it to the ones we have the email addresses for.
Okay.
Well, don't you have the email addresses? Well, of all the people in the complex, how many email addresses do you have?
Well, that's why we have front steps, and we encourage every owner to register for front steps, because that's how the meeting is announced on front steps. We don't send individual emails out to each owner. If you want a
Okay,
link
so-
sent to you, you can send me an email personally and I can forward you that link. But everything else
Okay.
is posted on front steps.
Okay, so what I'm just saying is, how many people in the complex are registered with front steps? Can you
We
give me an
have more than
estimation?
half. We have more than half.
Okay, but isn't, in order
Okay.
to constitute things, we used to have a system where if somebody fell through the cracks of an online system, they could still get a newsletter put on their back gate to tell them when the meetings are going to be and how to access them.
Okay, your time is up, Miss Betty. Can we
Okay,
go
that's
to
fine.
the next owner? No one else wants to speak?
We're David is wanting to speak.
Oh, there's hands popping up. So whoever
Oh,
wants to speak.
I didn't see the hands, I'm sorry. David, you said?
Yeah,
Okay, you can go.
I'm at 8516 area. I'm the guy that y'all took to court about the Lexus. Now, I've been an owner since 2003, and I was taken in front of the board when I first bought my property, which I got an approval for me being able to park my vehicles, how I've been parking them for 20 years since living at my property. Now, my attorney got a letter stating that if I continue to park 3 vehicles under my carport, I would be receiving fines or attorney letters regarding that matter, which I think is unfair, because when I got approved by previous board members or previous board, Randall's was not the management company, and majority of the person on the board currently was not even an owner of property in here. Now, I need to be able to figure out how we can resolve this, because me parking my vehicles in a secure manner under my carport does not affect any other homeowner, right? So I think I should not be penalized for having a bigger carport than everyone else in this property, because I made my vehicles then more secure, when this is something that I got approved from years ago. That's number one. The other thing is, I don't understand how people, like the maintenance guy came here today, he blew my roof, and he left all the trash outside and didn't come back and clean it up, you know? And I get a letter on the 18th of last month about my truck being in, my truck sticker being out, when my truck sticker is expired based on state law at the end of September, and I have 5 days after September to renew it. Y'all sent me a letter stating that my sticker was expired on the 18th of September. You know what I mean? On the 18th. So I just don't understand it when y'all turn blind eyes to other vehicles around here that's not complying with the code, not moving, but yet y'all are riding my ass about my car, my house, and everything else, when these are things that I got approved from other board members and other management company before y'all took over. I feel it's unfair, because I didn't purchase a property in an apartment complex. You know what I mean? Yes, we have guidelines that we must abide by, and I don't have no problem with those guidelines. But I feel that the unfair scrutiny that y'all been having me under is biased, and my blood pressure has been going off the wall. You know what I mean? You know, my doctor say I've been overstressed because of all of this. I'm just telling you, it's unfair.
Okay.
You know, I mean, can you answer me why y'all sent me a letter in the middle of the month and say my sticker was expired? Or even, okay, and also, please, address the fact that y'all took me to court about the sticker, And when I went to court, I was parking 3 vehicles under my carport for 20 years. So why now, after 20 years, and I got approval when I bought my property, why now you telling me I can't park my vehicle like that? And I've been doing
Okay,
it for 3
so
years.
the 3 minutes is up. I'm gonna answer your question. Anything that was legal, I can't speak on in an open session. So you can send me an email with that and I'll get the advice from our association attorney. Since you did state it was already, y'all went to court or y'all in court. And as far as your sticker being expired, I'll have to do the research to see when that letter was sent out, if they have a picture or whatnot, and I can note your account.
It was sent on the 18th.
Okay. Next person, owner that wants to speak. Dorian, okay.
Okay, I have several items here. First and foremost, I sent to you, Krista, I notice here you have Martinez and not DeLuna. Is there a new email that I need to send to you, or what's going on?
My emails get dumped into the right email, so you're fine. You have the correct email.
DeLuna.
Yes.
Okay. There is I'm extremely allergic to poison ivy, and there's poison ivy growing amongst the bushes on the side of my fence on building 3, and there's poison ivy, an extraordinary amount of green that has grown in the back part of the carport area, all the way up the wall, all the way up the transformer, and it's going down the lines right now. Next, since Beryl, I have been trying to get the fence and the wires and all that put back up that came down during Beryl, and nothing's happened. I've sent you several times about it, and you said you were going to talk to the board and the maintenance people. Well, I understand that Porfino is part of the maintenance, and we've tried to reach out to him on several occasions, and each time he just walks away and doesn't acknowledge that we're trying to reach out to him. Also, there is live rabbits in a rabbit cage sitting in front of building 2's home at the end, with rabbits running back and forth, and that's the same area that Porfino lives in. I don't understand why that's still going on. Just like with David, if I turn around, I get a letter or I get an acknowledgement of something that's not right. When these people are doing blatant things and not doing anything about it. At the end of Ariel Street in Building 4, there's a man who's inserted speakers into the tree by his house, and he has chairs and lounge chairs and kids' toys just sprawled all over the front of his house. Also, there is another thing that I wanted to bring up, and hold on a second, let me get to my other page. It's when you talk about $925 being spent on that pond every month, you could have completely rebuilt that pond for the amount of money that you've spent pursuant to the budget that you've provided to us today, and nothing's being done, and it's now blocked off, and so that's a real concern, as well as the front gate. And now the woman that has passed away, Effie, who lives at Building 1 at the end where the fence is supposed to go back and forth, she's passed on, but there's a huge amount of growth.
Dorian, your 3 minutes are up. I
Excuse
apologize.
me. I
We
have.
didn't interrupt you. We
One
let
second.
you ask your question, so
Finish.
each owner is just allowed 3 minutes.
Okay, then why did you allow 4.5 minutes to go by for Elizabeth? Why did you
You're
allow
on-
David to
you're
spend
on-
4 minutes? And
You're
with
on 3
me,
minutes and 40 seconds, Dorian.
let me finish. I have 3 more items, please.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and mute you because we only
If you
allow
do
3
that,
minutes.
I will file a lawsuit against you because that is a breach of the fiduciary.
Okay, next owner.
Okay,
we
I'm
have-
unmuting myself
we
and
have
I'm gonna
next-
tell you right
another
now,
owner?
one more item. I-
Yes, me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Stop it.
Yes.
They kicked us out.
Yeah.
That's BS. I'm sorry, it's BS.
Now we can't hear anything else. You know they're gonna boot you out.
And I cannot take, tell the guy to take all the weeds out. And the next question will be, when will they repair the next, the other part of my fence? And the last, since, at the time they broke in, they tore all the fence, they broke my, cameras. So I don't know if you're willing to repair or what to do, okay? Those are my questions.
Okay, so for the easement, y'all have a key and y'all gonna be responsible for it? Okay, so the board is saying they have the key to the easement and they will be responsible to trim that area, right? Okay, your, for your items that the maintenance took pictures for, yes, please send me an email with those, items because we do have to enter it into our system, the work order.
And the lights?
Regarding the light, I'll get with the maintenance team to see what's going on with that. We'll have to inspect it.
Because the Monday, the Monday when they repair, everything was working, and after they finish, the light is gone.
Okay. I'll get with maintenance to see when they can go inspect that for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Next owner.
Hello, hi. This is Ahmed from 8498 area. We received emails saying that cars should not be washed or repaired, yet we see our neighbors doing exactly that. So what's going on?
I mean, is that your only question so I can answer it, or you're allowed 3 minutes?
Well, the repairs are a lot. I mean, you said, minor changes, minor things. But the guys who were here, they were doing major repairs. They even parked in our carport. And that was very annoying. And there were a bunch of them working on these cars. So I don't know. And also, can we wash our cars or not? Because we see a lot of people washing their cars. Okay, one final question. Can something be done about the smell in our trash area? Because it's just too much these days. People are throwing, unbagged trash and it smells like crazy.
It's a cat litter.
Is that all of your questions?
Yes, that's it, 3 questions.
Okay, so car washing, I believe that's not allowed. I can double check the bylaws for
But
that.
everybody's doing it.
Okay, and repairing the vehicles, that's also not allowed. I know that's in the bylaws stated, because I have researched it. If we don't get any notification, then we can't do anything about it. Inspections are only done once a month, so if the inspector doesn't catch it and it's not getting reported, management is unaware. Number 2, the trash smell, would be, yeah, I mean, we've sent notices on front steps stating like everyone's trash needs to be in a bag. Now if it's not and something spilled in there, whatnot, I mean, the association's not responsible to clean that trash.
So what do we do?
I mean, you can throw some bleach in it or you can clean it. It's
Clean it,
between
we
you and
clean
your
it?
neighbor.
It's very, very horrible smell. I mean, you cannot stand it. Nobody can get near to it. And there's also flea, we're suffering from flea as well. We don't have any pets, but
I mean,
it's
like
coming
I
from
said,
outside.
the association is not responsible to clean the trash can. That's in between you and your neighbor. If you want to throw some bleach in there, maybe it'll help the smell a little bit. If you want to turn the trash can upside down, that would just be an owner situation to handle?
Well, it's not only cleaning, I mean, it's full of trash every day.
So,
Unfortunately, I mean, that's the trash where you're supposed to throw your trash, you and your neighbor. It's not assigned to anybody.
Yeah, well, we asked for, if we can get separate trash bin last time. I sent you an email, but I never.
We're not allowed, I mean, the
Was from
trash
you.
contract is already going up, so getting more trash bins, your fees are really gonna go up with that, so.
Well,
What is your address?
8498 Ariel.
Ariel. 8498.
98. Yeah, next to Albert, we live right next to Albert. He's the board member.
that's a cat litter. That's a cat
Okay, the
litter.
board,
Mr. Reed,
the board will
Reed
look
knows
into that.
that.
They asked for your, address, so the board will look into that.
Yeah.
And we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, next one I know.
Okay, let's come get them. Can you tell us where else, we can, I sent an email. Long time,
Okay, are you registered
several
for
months
Front
ago.
Steps?
Yes.
Okay, so we will send a Front Steps notice. All right, does any other owner have anything else? I'm sorry?
I have a question.
You already had your 3 minutes, I'm sorry. Does another owner, you can email me, Mr. Reed, if you have a question for me. You can send me an
Yeah,
email.
but I have a question that all the owners want to know about.
You can email me and I can put that on Front Steps. I can make it a notice for Front Steps. Does anybody else have anything else?
Well, I'm Stan Reed.
Yes, sir.
For 8367 Nairn, is it okay if I yield my 3 minutes to David?
No, it's only one
Sure.
owner per 3 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm
Hey,
the
ask about the parking, Daddy.
8367 Nairn. I'm not here to fight. I just want to see things go smoothly, and I would think that if I have 3 minutes, I could yield it to somebody else. Is that?
No, sir.
No.
The board is not approving that. If you or your son have any issues, you can email me, and I can respond to that email.
Emails.
Does anybody else
First
have?
thing, you don't respond to emails. I mean, I send you an email, it just goes in the black hole.
Okay, well, if you,
I sent it 2 times.
okay, what is the email that it's coming from so I can check my emails?
Well, it's been several months ago. I'll resend you it tomorrow.
Okay, if you have anything outstanding, you can forward it to me. Any other owners have any other questions? Alrighty, we will go ahead. We have a motion to adjourn. Jamani and Elia, all in favor. The meeting is adjourned at 7:53 p.m. Thank you guys. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.